Everybody, David here, back with another live streams. This is Friday night, so Friday Night Live. Uh, I had to update some stuff, and I was messing around with the audio too because I don't know, my audio changed, and I don't know if that was because of the the update or what, but it is looks like it's running really, really hot. I tried to, you know, take some off. So let me know what you guys, how you guys hear it. If it sounds any different, let me know. I mean, if it's a little different, then it's okay. But if it's like really distorted or something like that, please let me know because I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. This is the problem with this mic. I don't know, and I won't say it's the mic, but it's just very finicky. So there are a lot of different things that I have to do, like fine tuning in the background to like really sweeten the sound up and everything. I mean, it's a really good mic, but it does have its little quirks and everything. All right, guys. So as you come in the room, just let me know you're here just by saying what's up, and or give me a little emoticon, a little happy face, a little thumbs up, something. I'm not working tonight, obviously. I'm here, so we're going to be talking a little bit today. So we'll do some Q&A. So if you guys have questions, we'll answer those. And then we will also talk about an article. And I posted this article in the WhatsApp group earlier today, so I want to look at it. I think it's important to look at. Most of us aren't going to fit in this category of this guy. Basically, he was indicted for, what is it, 42 million frequent flyer miles. So he fraudulently got 42 million miles, and so that's pretty crazy. The fact that he was able to get that many miles, and so we'll go over that. We'll go over that story. That'll be our number one story there. But first off, I want to give you guys shout out. If you guys are in the building, like I said, little happy face, little thumbs up, say hello, say what's up, say anything, just so I can give you guys a shout out as we get started here. And let me see if I can do one thing here. I'm really frustrated with YouTube making all these different little changes in the background. And so they update things, but the only problem is they don't make it really, they change it. So when you go to the same place to try to find out how to open stuff up, it's not there anymore. So I really wish they wouldn't do that. And yeah, it's still the same. So I can't pull up I used to be able to pull up a live stream so I can manage everything, see all the likes, see all that good stuff. By the way, if you guys are here right now, please hit that like button because it will bring more people in, especially today because we're on a day that I don't normally go. So a lot of people aren't going to be expecting me on right now. So if you can hit the like button for me, if we can get up to 50 likes, this live stream, I'd really appreciate it. It would really help out for YouTube promoting this out to other people. So that is our goal at this point, to get this out to as many people right now so they can jump in and participate. And then when we have the rebroadcast and they're able to find this video, because YouTube will continue to promote it. So yeah, they have not changed this. This is really, really starting to bug me. And I don't really know how to fix that, so I can't look at all my stats like I normally like to. And this has been going on for about the last week, so a week and a half. So yeah, I just do not like the way they make these changes, and they don't show you how to get to something similar to what you were using before. Or this is actually the new software or the new update, so it was there before, it's not there now. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research and figure that out. Okay, guys. So, like I said, as you come in the room, please hit the like button, and then also comments too. Please start commenting on these live streams. It really, really helps out. So if you ask me what's the best way that I can support you, the best way you can support me is by hitting the like button and just putting a comment down below. Just say something. I'm gonna start doing. I know. I talked about, I was going to give you guys 10 points for every comment, 10 TEC points. But I think we're going to do a comment of the week. So every Saturday we'll have a comment of the week, and then I'll give that person 100 points. I think it'll work a little bit better that way. That way we have more people, and it's a little easier for me to try to figure out, try to put the points out there. So I think that's the best way to do it. So comment of the week, I'll put the comment up there, and it could be a variety of different things. It could be a really great question that you've asked in the comment section. It could be just a real good statement that you make in the comment section. So we'll go with that, and then I will show the actual comment and congratulate the winner of the comment, and then I will automatically give them 100 points, whether they're on the live stream or not. But that's what we'll do. We'll do it on Saturday. So actually tomorrow, I'm going to go through all my comments, and we'll just state it. So it has to be dated. The comment has to be dated between, put comments in there now, and then I'm going to go back until last Saturday. So we'll see the comments from last Saturday up until now. So it's in your best interest to start commenting on videos now. And it doesn't have to be just this live stream. Although I would really appreciate it if it was on this live stream. It doesn't have to be on this live stream. It can be on any of my videos. So just comment on any of the videos that I have out there, and I get the comment. So anytime you comment, I'm going to get the date when you commented and all that. So we'll do that, and then we're going to start we'll start giving out 100 TEC points for the winner every week. Wow. All right. This is not a normal day, guys. So I did have to work today. I just didn't work. I don't have to work tonight. So a little tired. Okay. Let's see here. All right, guys. So if you guys are in the building, just let me know you're here. Like I said, just by giving me a thumbs up or something, we're going to go ahead and do some shout outs right now. And thank you guys all for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Like I said, really means a lot when you guys are here, especially the people who have been here the whole time. When I say the whole time, like ever since I started doing live streams, I've been doing it for about 7 months now. I see some familiar faces all the time. That really helps out a lot because it just makes me more comfortable. Like when you're in your home, when you're at home and you have, people that around you, it just makes you a little bit more comfortable when you're sitting in front of the hot lights and broadcasting to the world. It's crazy to think that we're able to do this, but yeah, it's interesting. But I really appreciate you guys all stopping by. So let's go ahead and give some shout outs now. Braveheart, Chase or Amex? ? What's going on, brother? Reckless Rican, what's going on? Nate and Jess, what's going on? Justin, how you doing, buddy? Jessica, how you doing? Okay, we'll go ahead and move on down. David, Amex King, what's going on, brother? All right. Kevin, how you doing? Will Walker, how you doing? Donnie, what's going on, buddy? From Colombia, man. Where are you in Colombia right now? Let us know where you are in Colombia. Solid Liquid Fox, what's going on, buddy? And Vic, how you doing, Vic? Mr. Choco, what's going on, brother? LT's World, what's up, man? Cakeology, what's up, man? What is up, Bob? Thanks for stopping by, man. So Bob has a channel, and anytime he comes on, I got to promote him because I just think he's got a real good setup. So he just started a YouTube channel. He talks about business credit, so you guys want to check him out. He's got some really good information that he's providing over there on his channel. So check him out. Like the videos, subscribe to his channel. And we'll be having him back on the show because I think he does he's got some really good stuff to share. And you might be thinking, well, you might have a business, you might not have a business, but this might get you thinking along those lines of, hey, let me get a business going, because not only will a business help me financially, and you don't have to go the step that he's going, or that he goes sometimes. Why is everything red right now? let me do something real quick, because I am seeing all red. I'm gonna get right back to Cakeology in a second. I just need to change something real quick here, because the stream looks really bad. I don't know if you guys are seeing that or if you're getting any interruption or anything, but apparently my stream is not optimal right now. So hopefully that gets a little bit better there. because it looks like it is very, very, very slow. Okay. So Cakeology, he's got a real good channel, and he talks about business credit, how to get business credit, and how that is important for people like me and you that like travel credit cards. Is because let's say you do have a business, and I happen to have a photography business. If you get that business set up the right way, then it will allow you to get credit cards, and I mean like legitimate credit cards in a legitimate fashion. Like right now, I do sole proprietor. That's how I roll. But if I were to get an LLC and then work it, listen to Cakeology, the knowledge that he puts out there as far as how you can create another entity. So you're not only can you get credit cards for yourself, but you can also get credit cards as a business, and that business has its own credit cards. But obviously you can use those points for travel and things like that, business related travel. But I happen to be in a situation where some of my travel, and well, actually a lot of my travel, I take pictures. Okay, I take pictures, I sell prints, so it all kind of goes together. Travel photos and stuff like that is part of my photography. So it just puts you in a real good situation where now you can go out and get some of the same business credit cards that I already have, like all these ink cards. I have 3 ink cards. I can get 3 more ink cards. I can get the American Express Platinum card. And the beauty of all this, and we talk about this a lot in here, on here, and then, just in the YouTube, everywhere. People are concerned with 524. People are concerned with annual fees and stuff like that. Well, if you have a business, guess what? Those annual fees are write-offs. So you can write off all your annual fees and then just enjoy the benefits, right? So enjoy the sign-up bonuses and everything, and then write off everything else. All right, guys. So yeah, like I said, I hope everything is okay, but my live stream is showing that it's really low right now. So yeah, hope everything is okay. Just let me know if it's really, really choppy. I'll have to work on some stuff on the back end for the next live stream. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, Cakeology, go over to his channel. There are 3 little dots on the right-hand side of the chat box. If you just click on that, it will open up, and then you can go straight to his channel. Right-click, and then go to his channel. That way it'll just open it up in a new tab, or wait to the end of this video and then go back and do that. But or just, you can open it up and then just come right back. All right, guys, let's see. Vic, I think I said what's up to Vic. LT's World, I think I said what's up to him. Bruce, what's going on, buddy? And let's see, did I lose my place here? Okay, the Joe Hill Experience, what's going on? Johnny Chingus, how you doing? And Explore Informed, what's going on, buddy? Now, Explore Informed, he has a channel as well. But I don't know much about your channel, man. I haven't stopped by and checked it out yet, so I do need to do that. I know Explore Informed does have a channel. So go check his channel out as well. And I'm going to check your channel out tonight and see the content that you have on there. How to get an 800 credit score. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by, man. And thanks for passing through. Please hit that like button for us. Really, really, really appreciate it. And we'll be on his show. So it's going to be either his show. I don't know where we're going to be, but we're all going to be together in the future. In the near future, we're going to do a collab. So how to get an 800 credit score. Who are the other people that are involved? Cakeology is going to be there. I'm going to be there. And How to Build Credit TV will be there, and then we'll have a couple other people that will be there as well. So I have not asked them yet, so I don't want to put their name out. But as soon as I ask them, then I will start announcing their name. But in the future, yeah, we are going to do some collabs. I think it's important for all of us that are kind of in the same space, building your credit, getting these travel credit cards. I think it's important for us to do collaborations. That's why I'm always open to have guests on the show. So it's something worth considering. All right, let's go ahead and move forward here. Champ, what's going on, buddy? All right, sometimes you get in that place where you're talking and then you like kind of forget, like, oh, where was I gonna go with this? I don't know exactly, but and then you kind of just cut it off. Well, I just did that. It happens sometimes. Okay. All right, guys. So let me know. Let me know if everything is good. And it looks like everybody said that everything sounds okay and looks okay. So we'll just run with it. I'm always very concerned when I'm getting on here because I don't know what you guys are seeing, right? So it's always good to get that input. Dolly's not in the building right now. It looks like she's not in the building, but she's on it. Every time she sees something, she's always telling me. She's texting me. On the WhatsApp group, she's sending me texts and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that. So if you guys do see something as well, then please just let me know. That way I can try to make those corrections on the fly. And if not, then we just have to kind of get through it. But you guys can see me, you can hear me. So those are the two main things there. Joe, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Okay, let's go ahead and move. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this topic here, and then we'll go on here. So 42 million. Let me pull up this screen so you guys can all see this article now. Facebook group. Let's talk a little bit about the Facebook group and where are my screens here? Yeah, this isn't set up right. Okay. So the Facebook group and the WhatsApp group. So in the WhatsApp group, which is where I spend most of my time. So if you ever thought like, okay, well, I wonder how I can contact David directly. Well, the best way to do it is in the WhatsApp group. And so there's a link in the description. So just check out our description here. You'll see the link to the WhatsApp group. And we also have a Facebook group too. So if you're more of a Facebook person, you're not really too interested in WhatsApp, or you're not interested in WhatsApp, but you're interested in Facebook. Well, then you can join our Facebook group. We have a large group of people in there as well. I'm not as active on Facebook. I'll be honest with you. So if you do really want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me in the WhatsApp group. I'm there all the time. All day. Even if I don't say anything, I'm still watching, all the discussions and stuff that go on. But one of the good things about the WhatsApp group is everyone posts. Either they post their vacation, so when they're on vacation, they post that their flights and stuff like that. They're posting pictures of all that good stuff, and then articles too. And I highly encourage you guys, if you guys are in the WhatsApp group, post if you see stuff, post it. Feel free to post that stuff because I want to start more of a dialogue in WhatsApp group about these different articles and things like that are out there. And this one happened to come across, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I want to share this with people because I think it's important for people to understand what's going on. And let's just say fraud doesn't pay, right? And then this is an extreme. My tongue is not working today. This is an extreme situation, but just be careful. Be careful because they can always just shut you down. And when I say shut you down, I mean the people who are issuing points can always shut you down. And you don't want to be in that situation where you get your points shut down and all that hard work and it's gone. You could have trips planned. Just think of it like this. And we should always think about travel credit cards and points. This is money. This is something you can use like as money. So if I have to book a flight, I can either pay cash or I can use points. So it's currency. Points are currency. So if you lose it, just think if you're in a situation where you lose a couple $1,000. Most of us, that's going to have an impact, right? And this is the same thing. So let's say you have all these points and you lose them because maybe you weren't doing things by the book, or doing things the right way, I should say. You raise red flags and then they say, you know what? Yeah, we're not going to give you any more points. So you don't want to be in that situation. But let's go ahead and go over this article here. Let me pull this up to everyone here. Okay. All right. So it says man was charged with fraudulently earning more than 42 million frequent flyer miles worth 1.75 million. Now, this evaluation here is very interesting because, Delta's really putting a real good spin on how many points that really is as far as the comparison there. I don't know if they're worth that much. Um, but apparently that's how Delta sees it. I won't say how Delta sees it. I'm sure what happened is the prosecutors came through and said, "Hey, how much are these points worth? Give us the best estimate," right? Because they're really trying to get an indictment in this case. So in order to get that indictment, they really wanted to make it sound like, oh, is it over $1 million? Yeah, let's get it over $1 million. That way, the average juror that was sitting and looking at this case would say, okay, yeah, that's a lot of money. That's worth a lot of money, I guess you could say. If it was under $1 million, then people would probably be like, well, how do you really? Yeah, it just going over $1 million, that really looks good. Almost $2 million. That's even better, right? Okay, so he's been indicted at this point, and basically, I'll kind of give you my version, or not my version. I read the article, and this is how I understood it. So they have a program, and I wasn't really aware of this program, but for businesses, you do have a program, and it's called the Sky. What is it called here? Oh, they had it on here. Sky bonus. So you get a Sky bonus. So let's say if you have a company and you have employees and they're flying on Delta, you're earning points, right? And so businesses can do this. Now, what this guy was doing is he had a travel agent, or he is a travel agent. So he had a travel agency, and he partnered up with one of his relatives who had an actual business, and he used that business name for the Sky bonus. But then he used the people that he was booking flights, as a travel agent, he was booking all these flights. He used those people who didn't have any tie to this business at all, but he used those people in order to earn points. And so you can imagine how many. I mean, any person that comes in, most people when they're traveling, they're going to fly somewhere, so they're flying on Delta, and he's getting all those points. And so then he redeemed those points. I think they said he redeemed all of them, all 42 million. So this guy, you can imagine, was just living life, right? On these using these points. And so it caught up with him, and they, like I said, he was indicted, and now he's looking at some serious time for this because he wanted to cheat the system, right? So obviously this is an extreme situation, and well, we have people in the building, like Justin's in here right now. He's a manufacturer spender, or at least he talks about that. But I always tell people, hey, do what you can afford. If you can't afford, like if you're manufacturing, this is just the way I see things, and we'll have Justin on the show, and other people too who like manufacturer spending. We'll have him on the show and we can talk about it. But I just look at it like this: if you can't afford it, if you can't afford that credit card the normal way, then it's probably not the right card for you. Because and usually you manufacture spend to get the sign up bonuses. But if you're not there, you're not there. And if you don't spend that way, then you don't spend that way. Because ultimately, yes, they can shut you down. And like I said, this is an extreme version. This is completely completely different than what I'm talking about right now. He wasn't manufactured spend. Well, he was just doing fraudulent stuff, like just flat out. There was no ties with the company, but when it comes to, I've seen people get in situations where they've lost their points or they've had their accounts frozen. And one of the reasons for that is manufacturer spending, because these credit card companies, if they're onto you, they're going to shut you down because it's a business. And if they're just giving out sign-up bonuses, and you're doing things that aren't like what a normal person would do, then yeah, they're going to shut you down. So I always tell people, you need to be careful with that type of stuff, because if you, first off, you're getting credit cards, so that's one thing. How you handle that is very important too. So if you get a variety, let's say you over a 2-year period you get 50 credit cards. Well, is that healthy? Like, is that a good thing to do? Probably not, right? I mean, you're not going to use all those credit cards. So you have all these credit cards. Are you going to cancel them? Are you downgrading them all to zero annual fee cards? How is that going to affect your credit? There are a lot of different things that go into play, or that come into play when you start doing stuff like that. So I've always been very conservative when it comes to credit cards. And yes, I love getting points, and yes, I love to travel, but I want to do it in a way that will I can continue to do it and not have to get as many credit cards to do that. So maybe get one or two credit cards every year just to kind of, bump up my the points that I have, but still be earning 50,000, 60,000, even 100,000 on the cards that I have every year. That way I can continue to travel 3 or 4 times a year. So that's the way that I like doing things. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm just I'm just getting cards, getting the sign-up bonuses, just churning all these cards. That's not my style. Like I said, some people do that, and some people are successful doing that. But you do need to be careful, and that's the reason why you have 524 with Chase, and Barclay has their 624, and the credit card companies they're starting to clamp down on a lot of this stuff, and you don't want to be that person. And I know Dwayne could tell you his stories, and he has a video. So check out his video, How to Build Credit TV, where he talks about Chase and how he went through some stuff with them. Now, it wasn't manufactured spending. It was some other stuff that he was dealing with. Go over to that video. Check that video out. He'll explain his situation with Chase. But I'm just saying, if you get on the bad side of these credit card companies, they can shut you down, and you have no recourse. You really don't. So you'll miss out on those points, and you'll miss out on opportunities to earn points in the future. And that's where Dwayne is right now with Chase. And he's like, he can still work with American Express, which is good, but he can't work with Chase anymore. So he can't get any of these new credit cards that are out there. And I think Chase has some good cards out there. I think we can all at least admit that the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a good card. And a lot of people have that card because it offers some pretty good perks. So I just wanted to put that out there, but I'd love to know what you guys think. So in the chat right now, let us know, what do you guys think about this whole thing? The 42 million, we could talk about that too. I'm telling you, that's like extreme. That's an extreme situation. But yeah, this guy was making out. I'm interested to know like how his travel was doing that. And I know like from time to time you might help out family members and stuff like that. You might use your credit card and earn some points with that. And I even tell, like, let's say you have a family, or not you have a family, but let's say your family members are making purchases of stuff. And I'm not saying go overboard, but let's say they need to buy some new appliances and they don't have a credit card. I always recommend, if it's my family, I always tell them, hey, look, you need to put that on a credit card. If you don't have a credit card, you need to, I'll help you out. Because stuff like that, obviously they're going to have the cash to pay for it, and they'll give you the cash, and then you just pay your credit card off with that. But you want to get that extra warranty, right? So things like that you want to look at, but don't go overboard, obviously, and just the whole neighborhood, you're just using your credit card for everybody. But if it's family members, or if you're living in the home, you guys are all living together in that same place, then that really makes sense. But you always want to get those protections, and I think we've all been in that situation where you go to a restaurant and you're sitting there and there's like 10 of you, and I always use my card. I never use cash anymore at restaurants. So let's say you're at a restaurant and you have cash, or you have your card, everyone else has cash, or a lot of people have cash. Well, then you put it on your credit card and then you take the cash. And I mean, there are different ways to do things that are really acceptable, I guess you can say. Not an everyday thing, but it is acceptable sometimes. But you want to be careful, because you don't want to be the person that loses your points. And if anybody in here has had a situation like that, let us know in the chat. It's be something I would be interested in hearing about. Okay, all right. Let me go ahead in here and we'll look at the chat. If you guys have any questions for me, just put at TEC, and I will make sure to address those questions. Okay. All right. And the super chat is open. I'm gonna start saying that. I always feel uncomfortable about saying super chat. And I look, when it comes down to it, I just remind people, hey, yes, the super chat is open. If you donate anything, it all goes towards the channel. Okay, so just so you guys know that. So we do a drawing, we do our giveaway at the end of the month. So money will go towards the giveaway as well as all the stuff that I use in order to make our live streams. So yes, that does really help. And I don't say it that much, and it's not anything that's required. I'm still going to do live streams and all that. But it does help out a lot. Now with the giveaways, it's going to be a little bit more where I'm going to try to I'm going to be taking more money out of my pocket to try to get the giveaways, because I get to keep the giveaways, good when it comes to what we're providing in the giveaways. And I'd like to make it even like better gifts, stuff that's really, I mean, I'm not going to say a gift card. A $50 gift card is a $50 gift card, but I'm just saying maybe some other stuff too, some luggage or something that's really that you would look at and be like, hey, yeah, I want that. So just something to think about. Yeah, like I said, super chat's open, so if you guys feel free to donate to the cause, right? Okay, guys, here we go. Let's look through here. So questions, like I said, just put at TEC and I will answer those questions. Let's see. Okay, Nate Jess is saying it sounds awesome. Great. That's good to hear. I'm learning how to fine tune this little mic, but it is very finicky. I don't know if you guys were back here. God, it was a while ago. It was probably about 4 months ago, 5 months ago. I turned this mic on. I'm talking, and it just sounds horrible. I can't hear it. But David was telling me, yeah, it sounds horrible. It sounds, it's all loud and unbearable and all this. I'm thinking, wow, what is this mic sound like? So after I played it back, and I'm like, oh my God, it sounds just horrible. So I've always that's my nightmare with this mic. And the thing about it is the week before, or the couple days before, I was on the same mic and it was fine. So I couldn't figure it out, but I think I have it dialed in now, but I do need to make adjustments every once in a while. Okay. And Justin's talking about PayPal here. I know you guys are probably talking about the categories. So the categories for the last quarter. So I will go over that. So Chase Freedom, their categories. I will do that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So I'll put that in for our live stream tomorrow. And just so you know, I know you probably saw the logo, the thumbnail was different. What I want to do, and I was doing this before, but I'm going to bring it back, where Saturday, travel credit cards. We're going to talk about travel credit cards. And then with this travel talk, this is going to be another kind of show, like a show where I talk about a variety of different things that are travel related. So not specifically travel credit cards. Saturday will be specifically travel credit cards and miles and points. And then with travel talk, we can talk about a variety of different things, because I still want to have people on that are in other countries traveling or live in other countries. So I still want to have that as a part of this channel. I think it's important for us to look at not just the points, but also look at the other aspects. So when I always talk about this, when it comes to travel, like for me, there are 3 stages of travel. So you have the pregame, or preparing for travel. So that's earning points, saving money, finding great deals, using points, obviously redeeming your points. And so that's like the first stage. And then that second stage is the travel. So the travel aspect. So the physical, I'm getting on a plane, going from here to there, to that kind of stuff. So that's the second stage. Then the last stage would be actually getting to your destination and enjoying your trip. So those are all a part of travel. And so I want to talk about the travel credit cards because I think it's very important. So that I want to do that on Saturday. But then I also want to talk about global entry. I also want to talk about um, how to have a better travel experience, lounge access, all that good stuff. And I know I talk about that on Saturday, but I want to have a show where we can dedicate it to the other two stages. So the like I said, the lounge access, the global entry, the actual destinations, like going to some different destinations, and I can share with you my experiences of traveling to. I'd like to travel to South America, Central America. That's kind of my thing, and maybe I can encourage you to travel to some of these places as well, because I think a lot of people are nervous about traveling to some places in South America, Colombia. I've heard so many people are afraid to go to Colombia, and even like Costa Rica and stuff like that. So maybe I can break down some of those misconceptions when it comes to that, and then talk about some other travel too, and then have people on the show that have traveled to these different destinations or that are at these or in these different destinations right now. So I still want to do that, and that's why I have the new thumbnail or a different thumbnail, because when you see that thumbnail, okay, it should trigger in. Okay, he's going to talk. It's going to be travel talk. It could be a variety of different things. It's not just travel credit cards. And then when you see the old logo or the old thumbnail, then you'll know it's travel credit cards. So I'm trying to separate the things. And then our show on Monday with the Flash and Text show, we have another logo for that, and I'll be showing you guys that, or we'll be showing it on Monday. So that way, when you see the thumbnail, you know exactly what the show is about, even though the topic might be different, but you'll still know that, okay, this is kind of the focus here. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see. All right, let me move on through here. So like I said, any questions for me, just put at TEC. And Braveheart says, we are here, brother. Chase or Amex, question mark. That's funny to me. Okay. Let's see. The application process was crazy with Amex applied on the 4th and just got the approval email today, Friday the 13th. Cool, man. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Was it the Amex Platinum? What card did you get? It looks like there's something. No, okay. Yeah, let us know what card you got. I don't know what card that was. But yeah, congratulations. Anytime you get a new card, man, that's a good thing. It's a good feeling too, right? Because you sign up. I have only, knock on wood, I've never been declined, but I have had the pending a couple of times. Those were business cards, but I did get the pending, and it's kind of like, what did I do wrong? What did you get that kind of feeling. So it's always great when you hit that submit button, and congratulations is the first word that you see. All right, Nate and Jess. Let's see. T sounds. Let's see. Okay, sounds a little different, but okay. All right, yeah. Like I said, I'll listen to it in the rebroadcast, and maybe I can switch some things up. But anytime I update stuff, for whatever reason, there's some issues. So we will have to work on it. And if it sounds a little different, that's okay. But if it sounds a lot different, then and one other thing too, I have the mic further away from me, and that's only because I looked at my last the last live stream, which became 2 live streams for whatever reason. Or actually, no, what happened? We went out, and then when we came back, we were on another live stream. But I noticed on that live stream, I was up on the mic like this, and I was talking, blah, 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 and all you could see was the big mic in front of my face. You couldn't even see my mouth. So, yeah, it's not a good look. I'm very critical when it comes to this stuff. I want to make sure it looks like it didn't look welcoming, me hiding behind this mic, and you can't even see me. You can't even see my mouth moving. It's kind of weird. So yeah, I want to make sure there's a little bit of distance between me and the mic, so it might not be as loud as it was last week. Okay. Braveheart's asking if I use Windows or Apple. I don't use Mac. I'm a Windows person. I've always been that way. I've never owned a Mac or anything like that. But yeah, and Windows, they have updates like every other day, it seems like. So they have an update, and then I get into my application that I use, the Streamlabs application, and it has an update. And so yeah, that's how it started. It took what, 20 minutes just to get that all to go right. So yeah, that happens. Okay, check your points, guys. I see that Name just did that. Check your points and make sure, because I haven't seen the bot. He hasn't shown up, has he? Is the bot there? Oh boy, here we go with this bot thing. Let me see. Yeah, check your points to see if they're registering. Yeah, I did not see. The bot come alive. Let's see, CloudBot. Yeah, it's showing that he's there. All right. Hopefully he's working. If it's not, then I will try to reset that. But yeah, he should be up right now. Okay. Yeah, it looked like Jessica tried to check her points and nothing happened. Streamlabs is offline. What do you mean it's offline? No, it's the website works. They're up. I'm looking at them. And usually that's all I do is open that up. So it should be there. I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know why that's not working. Okay, let me try to reboot that real quick, and then we'll continue on. You guys have to get your points. This happened before now. I don't know if this is. I will contact Streamlabs just to see if there's something that I can do on this end, but yeah, this has happened before where it just didn't come on. The CloudBot didn't work. So hopefully we can get that all squared away in the future. But yeah, we'll just leave it up. Hopefully he'll come alive at some point. All right, guys, let's see here. Okay. Let me move on down here to questions. Yeah, Braveheart saying it's not responding. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, you got the Amex Gold card. Okay, Braveheart. Yeah, that's right. You put that in the WhatsApp group. Cool, man. That's good, man. That's a good card. I do want that card as well. So that's a good card. Yeah, and Braveheart, you're saying they're offline. I don't know if you're seeing something. Maybe I'm missing something. I'd like to know, if they're on or offline. That way, I could tell people. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with this bot. Hopefully, he'll wake up. Let me turn him off and then turn him back on and see if maybe he was just sleeping. Okay, so any other questions, guys? Just let me know. Just put it in the chat here. We're going to try to do just 1 hour today, so we have about 15 more minutes in here. And I want to, like I said, I want to start doing shorter live streams. The main reason for that is I want people to be able to watch it in the rebroadcast. And a lot of people, if they see a long live stream, they usually tune out. So it's just too long. I get it. I'm the same way. I get in there, and if it's not long, or if it's over an hour, I'm like, I'm not watching this whole thing. I don't have over an hour of time to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna try to streamline them so we're talking for at the most an hour. And then another thing, something else that I'm considering too, and I like to put this out to you guys so you guys can kind of give me your thoughts on it. But Um, downloading the live stream. So downloading the live stream that I do, and then editing that live stream to only include some of the key points that we talked about. I wanted to do the timestamp thing, and I've been doing it for some videos, but most people, they don't go to the description to check out the timestamps, so it doesn't really mean anything to a lot of people. But if I edited another version of the live stream and put it on as another video, I think that might be better, because people can just click on it and it automatically opens up, and then they can also see that we do live streams. So that would be something good too. So just something that I'm thinking about now. I just don't know how that process would work to download the whole video. How long is it going to take to download a video that's over an hour long? So that's something I'm thinking about here. Okay. Braveheart said I gain access to your computer and see everything you see. Okay, all right. Unfortunately, I noticed see Southwest cards switched over to tiered offers. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, that's kind of a thing, right? That's I think that's, I'm hoping that's not our future, but it could very well be the future, where you're going to have these tiered bonuses, and that's one of the ways you can get people to use the cards, right? So just the conversation we were having earlier, just talking about manufacturer spending and stuff like that. I think one of the things that they can do is have these tiered bonuses. That way they get people to use their cards. I think obviously the credit card companies, they need you to use their cards in order for them to make money. Or that's a part of how they make money. So they're going to make money through the merchant fees. They're going to make money through the fact that you don't pay your credit cards off on time, and you have to pay interest. So because of that, I think a lot of credit card companies will start, at least it's already on the table, I'm sure, with a lot of credit card companies, but I think they're really going to start thinking, yeah, you know what, tiered bonuses are a better fit for us, because now we can extend the period of time that people are using this card if they're churning. Like I said, for me, I'm using the card anyway. If it's a good card, if it's a solid card, I'm using the card for the long haul. But some people don't. Some people will get the card. They're going to use it for the time to hit that sign-up bonus. Once they hit that sign-up bonus, they're off to the next card. And that card is now a sock drawer card. So, yeah, just something to think about. It's unfortunate, but I think if it continues, if we have a large group of people that continue to manufacture spend, I think that's probably going to be the future, where we'll have a lot of the tiered bonuses. So, yeah, that's just my thought. I don't know. You guys can go ahead and put your input in the chat, how you feel about it. And Braveheart said he was just kidding about he could see everything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this bot isn't working. It really bothers me when it doesn't work. So, yeah, I'm going to hit them up. Actually, Streamlabs, for those of you who don't know, if you don't use the software, some of you might be doing live streams. We have some YouTubers here. Streamlabs is very responsive when it comes to their customer service. So the software's free. It doesn't cost anything for software. And if you hit them up with technical problems, they usually will respond to you very quickly and help you out. Okay, Mr. Choco, let's see. Look at my question, please. Where is your question, Choco? Let's see. To start an LLC, is that the question? No, let's see. Okay, so that's not a question either. Where's your question, man? Just repost your question, because I can't find it. Okay, let's see. Blake, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for stopping by here. I got the Chase Sapphire Reserve a month ago with 18,000 credit limit. I want to get the Freedom and the Freedom Unlimited. Should I apply for them at the same time? Well, what other cards do you have first? Because the Chase Freedom is a great card. I'm not really a big fan of the Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm just not. The Chase Freedom card, like I said, I think that's a good card to get. I don't really see a need in getting both cards at once. You can, but yeah, I get what you want to be able to get that 1.5 across the board. I don't know if they're still doing their sign up bonus, or not the sign up bonus, but the promotion. I haven't, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Chase Freedom Unlimited, so I don't even follow their news. But I know they had the promotion where you're getting 3 points for every dollar spent for a year. But I don't know if that's still being offered here. Let's see. I'm just clicking on it real quick to see what they have on there. Yeah, it looks like they still do offer that. So you're still getting that 3%. So that is for the first year. But after that, the card's really not worth much. I don't know. I don't really value that card very, very highly. I like the business version. So if you do have a business, I think that's a better card. It's just you get you the Chase Freedom, or the Chase Ink Unlimited. You're gonna get that sign up bonus, which is 50,000. So that's a really good sign up bonus to get compared to this card. It's the Chase Freedom Unlimited. It's like I said, it's good for a year, but then after that, it's probably not going to be a card that you use very often. But the Chase Freedom card, I really like the rotating categories on that card. So that's definitely one that I would get. Now, what other cards do you have is my question. So if you have some other Chase cards, I mean, they're when it comes to Chase ecosystem, I always kind of push the same cards. I know the people on here that have been here for a while, they hear it over and over again, but they know what I'm going to say before I say it. But the United card, I think, is a good card if you want to have that Chase ecosystem. So the United Explorer card, and then the World of Hyatt card. Those are two cards that I would focus on too. So Chase Freedom card, United, and then the World of Hyatt. Those are like the cards to get in that Chase ecosystem. Okay, and I don't like the World of Hyatt tiered bonus, but it's a good card, and Stand at Hyatt Properties they have some pretty nice properties. So in my mind, it's worth it. Okay, Brian has a question. How long do you wait on new card applications when considering mortgage? Very, very good question. I would hold off on getting credit cards if you're considering a mortgage. I just would wait until you have that all situated, because banks don't like to see new lines of credit. Like, they don't like to see you opening up new credit cards right before you're getting a mortgage. It just makes, in their mind, it makes you look unstable. Why are you getting all these credit cards? So I would just shut it down. And I'm actually in that kind of a similar situation right now, where I'm shutting my cards down for a little bit, and I'm going to kind of see how the market goes, and then potentially get a mortgage as well. So yeah, there's no, I would shut it down for now, and then see, wait, and then you can always get credit cards later. And I'm telling you, these deals, these sign up bonuses that you see, they rotate. I mean, you'll have them one every 6 months. You're going to have a card that's going to be 100,000 sign up bonus, and then they're just going to keep rotating stuff out. They're going to continue. It's like when you go to a department store and they have sales. Eventually, that sale is going to come back around, and so you just need to kind of wait it out. So don't think you're missing out on the deal of a lifetime, because usually you're not missing out on the deal of a lifetime. There are a few cards that were like the Chase Sapphire Reserve when they launched it. Yeah, they haven't gone back to that 100,000 sign up bonus, and I don't think they will. So there are certain cards that you might not get it again, but then there's going to be something else, right? Chase will have something else out there that will, and I mean, they have the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card, 100,000 or 80,000 sign up bonus, very close, right? And then when you look at 80,000, once you hit that minimum spend, you're almost at 100,000 because you've already spent money. And so Just something to think about. We got super chats in the building. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So Blake, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for answering my question. No problem, man. If you guys have questions, feel free to put them out there, and I will do my best to answer them. And then Blake gave us 2 more super chats. Thank you very much, Blake. Really appreciate it. And like I said, super chats, all that super chat, it goes to our giveaway, as well as this set that I have behind me and all the different equipment and stuff that I use. Some of this stuff can get a little, well, you guys know, like electronics are finicky and expensive. And if you want to do things right, I think we can all, I don't want to brag, but my live streams look a little different than most live streams that are out there. Not saying that, that I'm a professional not saying that I'm a professional when it comes to doing live streams. I'm far from that, but I do know how to light a scene and background and all that stuff. So this stuff does cost money, and I do like to make it look as professional as possible. So you never know where this channel is going to go, right? You never know who's watching, who might want to sponsor stuff. So you want it to look presentable. You want it to look good. It's just like when you go in for a job interview, you want to look your best, right? Because you don't know who's there, and you don't know who's watching. So it's the same thing with this. I think we're talking about a topic that is out there, but when it comes to live streams, it's not out there. Like a lot of people talk about travel credit cards on YouTube, but a lot of people don't have live streams about travel credit cards. So yeah, so that's kind of my whole thing there. So anyway, yes, going back to the super chats. Yes, super chats do help with all the stuff we're doing, and helps promote the channel with the giveaways and all that. So I really appreciate that. All right, let's see. Okay, other questions, guys. And yeah, the like button. I don't know why I keep forgetting to tell people to hit the like button. Yes, hit the like. The other software the other version of YouTube that I would hit, it showed me, so I would always see it, but now I don't see it. I just forget about talking about it. Yes, please hit the like button, guys. If you're in the building and you have not done so, please do that. It really helps out, so they can promote it out to more people, so YouTube will promote us out to more people. So I really appreciate it. And like I said, this is not a normal live stream day. I'm usually on Saturday, so you guys want to check us out. Tomorrow we'll be on for a live stream, and then we're on Monday as well. We have the Flash and Tech Show, and that's me and another Jason. That's me and Jason, who is another YouTuber, and we talk about travel credit cards. So we'll answer questions and everything. But we have a show then on Monday, and then I'll jump on from time to time. Stuff comes up, I want to talk about it. I'm not working tonight, so I'm just jump on. So I like being on here. I like communicating with you guys. So yeah, I'm always up for this. Okay. So Choco, did you put the question on there? Third time, laugh out loud. Where is it? All right, here we go. What do you think of credit union travel cards? Let's see. They gave me 35,000 Odyssey Rewards, World Elite MasterCard by First Tech Credit Union, 25,000 Navy Federal Flagship Rewards. So that the Navy Federal, that credit card, the travel credit card that they have, it's a pretty good card. Let me just put it to you this way. I don't mind. There are different types of credit cards. The way I look at it, when it comes to travel credit cards, you're going to have travel credit cards that are they offer you points and stuff like that, but they're not really. They don't have an ecosystem, and they don't have the proper setup for like travel. So you might get those points, and you can use those points towards travel, but the value that you're going to get out of some of these banks, and we're talking not just credit unions, I'm talking like Bank of America for the most part. Well, can't say Capital One anymore because Capital One now has transfer partners. But the key that I look for is the transfer partners. Do they have transfer partners? Because I know if they have transfer partners, I'm able to maximize those points, and you just get better value. If someone were to tell me, okay, I'll give you $700 and I can turn that $700 into $2,100, I would be all for that, right? But let's say they tell you, oh yeah, we can give you $700, but the $700 is going to be $700. It's not going to change. And that's what happens in with the travel credit cards. A lot of people will get, let's say you get one of these credit union cards. Not to say they're bad, and they earn well. A lot of those cards will you can earn some points with them. They have the credits. It's not bad that it's not bad to have at least one of those cards, because you might be in a situation where you can really get something out of it. Let's say you've traveled somewhere and you want to do an excursion and you don't want to have to pay anything out of pocket. Well, guess what? Points, transfer partners, that means nothing, right? Because if I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they don't care that I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and they're not going to allow me to use points in order to take a helicopter ride. Where if I have the Venture card, or if I have some of these other credit union credit cards or bank credit cards that credit you just for the point, you can use the points that you have in your account and you can use it for anything. Well, now I can use that. I can really benefit from that. And that's where they come into play, to fit in those little spots where you can't use points. But when it comes down to it, what I always tell people, look at what they have on the back end, what these credit card companies have on the back end. What does Chase have on the back end? What does American Express have on the back end? What does Citi have on the back end? What does Capital One have on the back end? Do they allow me to transfer these points to transfer partners? That is key, because I can now take that $700, that I was talking about. Like, let's say you have the one of the ones you were talking about, the Navy Federal Credit Union. You have 70,000 points. Those 70,000 points will equal roughly $700, and it's not going to get any higher than that. For the most part, that's what you're going to be redeeming, $700. So if I have a flight and it's $700 or less, I'm good. But if it's over $700, I'm not going to be good. But if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you have the Amex, Chase Sapphire, if you have the Chase ecosystem, the Amex ecosystem, the Citi ecosystem, now I have more options, because I can use it as $700, or I can redeem it or transfer those points and then get even better value. And the best way that I can explain it, I just booked that trip. I just booked a trip to Colombia, and I used 70,000 points. Okay, I used 70,000 points for the flight, and I'm flying business class. Now, do I have to fly business class? No, I don't. I could fly economy. It'll be 40,000 points. But the fact that I'm flying business class, that seat is going to be a lot more than $700. And I should have actually looked at how much the seat was. The regular cash value, I think, was around $600 for economy, around that area, between $550 and $600. And so, usually business class is like 3 times what economy is. So we're looking at around what, 1,800, 2,000 for a business class seat. So I get the business class seat. I use 70,000 points, and my flight back, actually that business class seat is going to be more than my flight up there, because it's going to be the lie flat seat and on a Dreamliner and all that. So I'm really getting good value by using those transfer partners. So I always recommend focusing more of your attention on those cards, and kind of you can go with credit unions, you can do that, but understand you're taking a slot when you get those cards, so make it worth it. I do not recommend getting a bunch of those cards. So I wouldn't recommend really you only need one. In my mind, maybe one at a time, I guess, if you want to do it that way, maybe one per year if you want to go that far. But you have to be careful with those cards, because what some people will do is they'll say, oh, you know what, I have a credit union, I'm just going to get all their cards, and you get 2 or 3 or 4 of those cards. Now you've taken up a lot of slots, and it's taking you away from what you can get with Chase. So just be careful. They're not as powerful as American Express, Chase, and Citi, and Capital One. I always forget Capital One because they're up and coming. They have transfer partners, but they're still working with their transfer partners to try to get better ratios. Like 1-to-1s would be nice. So they're still working on that. Okay, sorry about that, Choco. Sorry I didn't answer your question earlier. I skim through questions, so even if you put at TC, I might skip through it, unfortunately. But yeah, just let me know if you guys come to that. Just let me know. Hey, I had a question and you didn't answer it, and I'll give you my opinion on it. Let's see. What is that? Pasta bajo? Is that pasta? I can't. The print is very small, so pasta bajo. I don't even know what that means. I shouldn't even be saying it. Anyways, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? Let's see. All right. Okay, so Jessica, it says on the scrolling message you are giving away the Amazon gift card for August. Yeah, you know I need to update that. Sorry. Sorry, I do need to update that. Yeah, so it's not going to be Amazon gift card. And I put up our little bot thing isn't working. I'm going to get back into that where we start promoting that more. Where I have a poll that was going on, so I'll reset everything, and then hopefully tomorrow it'll be working right. It could have had something to do with the updates. I don't know what exactly happened, but it was like last minute when I just turned on the computer and had to do all the updates and everything. So maybe it just didn't link up or whatever it needed to do. All right, let's see. Okay, and so Choco's saying here, mind you, I'm doing two things, getting points and the money out of cards to get properties, fix up sales. Yeah, now if you're doing other things, I'm strictly talking travel. So if you're doing other things and it makes sense, then definitely by all means get those cards. I'm not saying they're bad cards. I'm just saying if you want to use it for travel, you can get better value with other cards, if that makes sense. But if those cards work for you, and if you're doing your upgrades and flipping properties or whatever you're doing, get the cards. Yeah, get the cards, because now that you're doing something else and you're benefiting by using those cards. By all means, yeah, do that. But if you ask me strictly from a travel perspective, then there are better cards, and your points can go further with some other cards. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, Mr. Choco is saying, thanks for answering. I'm building my Chase ecosystem next, and Chase is the reserve and TWH. TWH. World of Hyatt, I guess? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And let's see. Let's move on here. And Mr. Choco saying that you're saying that he's 224 right now after the two cards. So, yeah. I mean, I don't see any problem. I don't see any problem with it. You're using it for other things, so that's fine. And I have to always, like, when you ask me questions, I'm always going to answer you as a traveler. Not everyone's a traveler. Not everyone likes to travel or has the freedom to travel different places. So I get that. I totally get that. So some of the stuff that I'm saying, and some people don't even like flying business class or first class. So if you're not one of those people, you don't like flying first class, business class, you don't travel very often, then a lot of the cards and a lot of the reasons why I tell you, oh yeah, you should get this card over that card is travel in mind. And, I'm in that mind frame of travel. But if you don't like to or don't need to travel that much, then a lot of these other cards are in play. And so I'll just tell you the reasons why I go a certain way, and the reasons why I kind of steer away from credit union cards or some of the cards that Bank of America offers. Is the main reason for that is because I can't do anything with those points for travel. But that doesn't mean they're bad cards. It's just bad cards for me. And so hopefully that makes sense. All right. And I don't know, Wolfie, what's going on? Is that Wolfie? Yeah, Wolfie. Do you watch YouTube? Love your vids. Thank you very much. I do watch YouTube all the time. Let's see. All right, Justin, thank you for stopping by, buddy. Okay, so Nate and Jess has a question. What's the lowest limit you can get the ink preferred? That's a good question. I don't know. Usually the business cards, they give you higher rates, like higher not rates, I'm sorry, higher limits. Business cards usually do that. I can't remember what mine is offhand, but usually they're higher than. I don't have the preferred. I have the business. Actually, I do know what I have. So I have the business. I have the other version, the older version. So they've upgraded to the business preferred. The version that I have is the Chase Ink Business Plus card. It was a $6,500 credit limit that they gave me on that card. That was the first business card that I got, and they put me in pending, and I had to call in and all that stuff. So they gave me $6,500. So I don't know if that's the lowest lowest end. That might be the lowest end there. But the cards that I got after that, credit limits were higher. That Chase Ink cash card, the last one that I just got, it was like 12,000, so twice as much for a card that's a lower level card than the card that I initially got. So I hope that helps. But yeah, I mean 6,500. That's lower than the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I would think it's probably like the Chase Sapphire or the Chase Sapphire Preferred is what, 5,000 I think is the lowest. So it might be around, since those cards are kind of at the same level, it might be around that 5,000. But yeah, 6,500 is what I got for the same level of cards. So that you're probably safe there at 6,500. All right, Wolfie, you're asking silly questions, man. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, guys. Any other questions? Please let me know. Just go ahead and put it in the chat as I'm reading. I'm seeing David talking about Chase here. Don't hate, David. Don't hate. All right, guys. Let's see. Got one more question here, and then we're gonna call it. Let's see. I traveled this week to PA, then back to Los Angeles. Now I'm in Dallas. Tonight back to LA. Trust me, I travel. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Let's see. In Dallas airport right now. Cool, man. Thanks for tuning in at the airport. Yeah. So I mean, I when it comes to travel, if you do travel a lot and you want to use those points, it's just a lot easier with Chase. And I mean, they're designed for that. American Express, Chase. I mean, Chase does a lot of things, but American Express specifically, they're designed for points, and they have the transfer partners and Citi, the thank you points. They have that all in place, as well as Chase has their stuff in place. So it just makes things a lot easier to get really, really good value out of these points. And I'm telling you, man, it's amazing when you're set up like that. And the way I look at it, and the reason I like flying business class and first class, is because I wouldn't normally do that. I'm not spending thousands of dollars for a flight, but I'll use my points all day long. And just I mean, because you can do that, that's why I love points so much, because these are things that I would not normally do, and now I can do them at a moment's notice. I can do them. I mean, it's just it's an amazing thing, and not even I don't even have to save money anymore for trips, which is really crazy. I save money still, but I save money, and that money stays in my savings account, which is great. And I can remember back in the day when I still remember a trip I went to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was the aha moment when I started thinking there has to be something different. I have to change what I'm doing if I want to continue doing this, like continue traveling. And at that time, my whole mission was, I'm already very passionate about photography, but my mission was I wanted to travel the world and take pictures. And so obviously I know Puerto Rico is not like, that was my first solo trip. So I wanted to do something. I wanted to stay within the US. I didn't want to go out of the country. And so I went to Puerto Rico. Well, that trip cost, I think it was like $1,500, something like that. And it was I knew that I couldn't sustain that. $1,500 every 3 to 4 months just was not in my budget at that time. And so at that point I was like, there has to be something different. I have to be able to do something else. And that's when I started really thinking, okay, let's look at the travel credit cards. I've heard a little bit about stuff, and I was sitting in the airport. I tell this story too. I was sitting in the airport and I was flying JetBlue. I'm watching people get on the plane before me, and I'm thinking, how are these people getting on the plane before me? And so you start looking at these things and you start realizing, okay, yeah, there's a better way to do this. I just need to find out what that is. And so then that's when I started looking at the points guy and started looking at some of these different blogs and stuff. And it was very confusing at first. Points they're not the easiest thing to understand, and you don't know the value, and the values change depending on what card you have. 100,000 points with one card is different than 100,000 points with another card. So you have to start learning all these different things and lingo and all that, and what's a sign-up bonus. And so you have to learn these things. And once you get to that point, when you start learning and then you start redeeming, then it all starts making sense. And so that's just where I was and where I am now. I love it. I'm able to just, literally, it feels like I can just, at a moment's notice, and I've done this before. Like, I went to Carnival. I didn't save any money. At the time, I didn't have to plan it ahead. Like usually I would plan, like for my Puerto Rico trip, I planned like 6 months ahead of time and got my airfare and got my hotel all set up and rental car and all that stuff. But it took me time to plan that all out. Whereas now, I went to Carnival. I just booked it. My flight, I booked 3 weeks before I flew out there. My hotel, I booked it a little bit earlier only because you can cancel hotels, right? So I waited until the last minute, 3 weeks prior, booked my flight, business class the whole way, paid out of pocket. I think I paid about $150. That was only because I booked it late. So $80 was just because I booked it late. And then the other was taxes and fees. Like this trip that I just booked a couple weeks ago, I didn't have to pay any late, because 3 weeks or less with United, if it's 3 weeks or less, you have to pay a little extra. So I didn't have to pay that this time, so it was $85, and that was it. All right, guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take off here. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and this was a impromptu live stream. I will be on tomorrow, so make sure you guys stop by tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the categories, the category for the fourth quarter with the Chase Freedom card. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I think it's important for us to talk about the categories when they come out. I think it's who put that in there? I think Nate and Jess put that out there, and I do follow it now. I don't have the Freedom card. That's one card that I need to get. But like I told you, right now I'm on pause for everything. But the Freedom card is a good card to get. In the past, I was just going to downgrade. Now that they've upped it, what's a $200 sign-up bonus, it makes sense to go ahead and just get the new card. But I was going to downgrade the Chase Sapphire Preferred. The only problem is that Chase Sapphire Preferred is still earning me points because I get the referrals with that card, where you don't get the referrals with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which is, I don't know why they do that. They don't offer referrals for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, so I can't put those out there. But I have links in the description to certain cards, and the Chase Sapphire Preferred is one of them. So if you guys are going to get a card, make sure you go down, check out the links, click on those. It does help. Helps out a lot. Okay, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take off. I will be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please stop by, check me out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.